The lawmaking process is very important to the country, as it makes laws. However, it is often so complicated that it has to be explained in professional hamburger-colored infographics. So I am here today against my will to explain how the whole system works. But how does this headache-inducer work? Laws start as bills, which are ideas that people hope will metamorphosize into laws. This next step is one of the few that are different between the Senate and House of Representatives. In the Senate, the bill is placed on the presiding officer's desk or formally introduced on the Senate floor. In the House, they put a number on it and say that they'll do it later. Then the bill is put into a group, known as a committee, and then usually put into a group again, a subcommittee, which adjusts the bills to make logical sense. The committee working on the bill votes on whether or not the changes are good, and if not, they change it again and again. If the people voting go through a spiritual experience and overcome the challenges of narcissism and perfectionism, and the bill goes through, the bill can move on to the next step. But what could be the next mean mechanism in this migraine machine? That's right. Old people arguing. Either 100 in the Senate or 435 in the House of Representatives. The bill is openly debated in that section of Congress. However, this is where a little bit of trolling can occur, known as a filibuster, where one person goes into 3-year-old mode in an attempt to get their way by annoying everyone else so much that they leave, proving that politicians on both sides are just as childish and immature as the rest of us idiots. If there aren't enough people to vote, then the vote and debate get delayed far into the future. This can go on as long as the person keeps talking and can only be stopped if 2/3 of the people vote for the person to shush. The House finally gets to vote on the bill after the occasional trolling is complete, and if it passes, the funniest thing happens, in which the bill has to start over in the other house, because it hasn't been tweaked and improved nearly enough. The bill goes through a nearly identical process on the other side, significantly decreasing the sanity of anyone who has to bear witness to this process. Then the two houses form a joint committee to settle disagreements on the specifics of the law. Once that middle school group project is completed, the bill is at the final step to becoming a law. The executive action. This is where the president can be funny and defeat the purpose of democracy by denying the bill because they don't like it. And this can only be stopped if 2/3 of Congress wants the law, which will never happen. And you can't tell me otherwise, I will not listen. Which brings me on to the next very important topic, death. And just like the creature from the woods following you and approaching rapidly, death also stalks spills throughout the entire process. Speaker of the House doesn't like the bill? Dead. Filibuster trolling extravaganza causes too many supporters to leave? Dead. Too many people don't like it in any of the 50 times it gets voted on? Dead. President happens to dislike the bill? Dead. There are so many ways that a bill can die that around 90% of bills die in committee alone, barely any getting through the whole process. This is why everything takes so incredibly long to do in Congress. But what was it all for, you may ask? That entire process was created so that bills such as KRS 436.600 could be created. What is this all-important purpose that KRS 436.600 serves? This is its purpose. It ensures that a person cannot sell died ducklings, chicks, or rabbits under the age of 2 months in quantities less than 6, in Kentucky. Yes. This is a real law in Kentucky. Go look it up. KRS 436.600. Why is it so specific? What is the point? Who made this? This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life.